How's it going, folks? Now, this may not be familiar. The red lines is basically high voltage. And why am I talking about? I'll show you the picture. Like this. Mainly we see this around the highway or the suburbs that you guys know. And yeah, that's how many kilowatts. It's one of them like that. I'm not going to get into greater details. According to the website, 1 kilowatt is like 1,000 watts. It's scary to know, actually. So the reason why I'm making this video is got a family who has put a deposit on a house, not sold, and it's literally his 2 houses away from a power line. According to what the power line that he has right next to him is 500 kilowatts. I have searched on the map and it is crazy. There's not many 500 kilowatts, or maybe they don't use kilowatts, they use different wording, but it's kV, and it's crazy. In this graph here, this shows you 50 meters. Basically, it's like, you within 50 meters. A car is like 6 meters. So you guys can kind of do the maths. I know 6.5 is 30. So 6 cars, it would be 30. Say around like 11 cars distance, alright? That would be 50, alright? Now, I'm not here to say anything. And I did point out to him that there will be cancer. And, I've given him advice that go check and seek advice from the doctor, what you need to do. And right now, what you're living is got to be different the moment you live in that area. And I'm not saying anything bad about it. But, man, I'm screwed as well because my partner's shop, at the time, I knew that shop wasn't the right one. And I flick a lot of shop location and she chose in that shop. And I'll just show you on the map. So where I put that cursor, it's literally her shop is right next to it. It's like classified in reservoir. I'm gutted to let you guys know. This is Reservoir Power Station. It's actually not Reservoir. It's actually on the border with Reservoir in Thomastown. And, these are the grid the way it looks like. And this one is in South Morang. Now, there's so many suburbs that I can talk about. This is what it looks like. I don't know where I've taken this one, which suburb it is, but you kind of understand. Now, some of these lines you may not see because it's underground. So I get to see a lot of 66 watts. It's underground. Over than that, it will be hanging like the one that you get to see while driving or cruising or whatever. And let me just write down, say, the list, right? It may not be the accurate suburb because I don't know what's the borderline. So here goes. Chadstone, 220 kilowatts. Moorabbin, 220 kilowatts. Laverton North, 220 kilowatts. Brooklyn, 220 kilowatts. Melbourne, Port Melbourne, 220 kilowatts. Mulgrave, 220 kilowatts. Cranmore, 220 kilowatts. South Morang, 330 kilowatts. Reservoir, 220 kilowatts. Doncaster East, 220 kilowatts. Norlane, 220 kilowatts. Cranbourne East, 220 kilowatts. Listerfield South, basically is like Dandenong North, yep, 500 kilowatts. Now, based on the list that we talked about, the distance, Stungrove, altered, things like that, then I look back where I'm currently living at. I'm probably around 400 meters from a 220 kilowatts high voltage right now I'm living in. My partner's sister house that I stayed there once a while before, it's around 300 meters. And that's a 500 kilowatts as we're speaking. And why I'm making this video, you guys are saying, okay, you've made it this far, so what? When you look at houses, this different pocket of area has a different price tag. You never understood why. Maybe because there's a high crime rate, you know, maybe public housing. You know, just you look at that type of area, you know, maybe it's a rough neighborhood or whatever, how it is. Those who also look at this grid, right? And, you know, obviously they you know, they choose to live whatever. And no wonder why, like, you hear suburbs, for example, I only can speak what I know, like Bandura. Let's just say Bandura, right? No, let's just say Reservoir. The Reservoir, who is on Edwards Lake and as well closer to the border of Thomastown or going to Mahani's Road, is like the cheap side of what's that word? Properties, because it's within the bloody thing. It can be 500 meters, it can be 1 kilometer. I'm looking at the map right now, it's just red lines are everywhere. You see blue lines as well. Little did I know, and maybe because it's maybe train station, if I believe so, is the fact that there's a high voltage line, 66 kilowatt. It's going through there. That kind of makes sense if you have a train or whatever, but just to know that, it sounds pretty scary. Alright, and I'm just trying to zoom in the map on the computer because I can't do it on the phone. There's no way you guys can see it properly. It feels like the train, if I do dig a bit deeper, no, I don't think it's a train line thing. But it's amazing, it's fascinating just to know, like, you look at all this stuff and to determine, now you understand why this part of Reservoir, that part of suburb is cheaper. It's because of the power line. So if I look at here, increased cancer, stunt growth, increase, that is basically where the shop is located in. This is based on 765 kilowatt, right? Now, obviously, there's got to be some form of level, all right? It's just amazing. It just really ruins my day just to know this, but it's great to be educated than not educated. It's just amazing to know. Obviously, the big boy they are, the more bigger the kilowatt is. Now, I'm trying to use the map because I often drive past that place, and I know I don't live there, but just have a look. I know Bandura Park, where's La Trobe Uni, Kingsbury, yep. Alright, I know the one above us. Okay, that's 220 kilowatts. That's on the Mount Cooper Lookout. 220. Not far from it. There's 66 kilowatt, but you won't see it. It's underground. And for me, I kept telling people to buy, you know, where's Plenty Road? Where am I? Sorry, I'm just using the map. Plenty Road. Okay, it's not there because that's on Mount Cooper. So basically, Mount Cooper's not good at all. I mean, it's one of the highly cost houses in Bandura Park. Still not good. Where is... Is that Grimshaw? Hang on, is that Grimshaw Street? Yep. Plenty Road. That's not much. 66 kilowatts. It's fascinating just to know where the location is. It's a big red dot. I'd love to show you guys the website, but did I take a photo too for you guys? No, not that one, not that one, not that one. Yep, that's the one. The link is up there. Just like I said, it's very, very interesting to know, to be honest with you guys.